Hi, everybody. So, post Jennifer Aniston Salad, what I'd like to say is the rundown and the truth about the Jennifer Aniston Salad, in case you didn't know. Just in case you didn't know. Okay, so this Jennifer Aniston Salad has been going around for years. That I gave the story earlier. I'm sure you've heard it. I'm sure if you follow TikTok, you've seen the salad out there. But it made a resurgence in the last year on TikTok. It got over 60 million views. And Jennifer Aniston finally came out in June 2022, just last month, and made a statement in a Zoom interview with Shape. And she went ahead and explained. Um, she was sorry to say she never ate that salad and she doesn't know where it came from. Although Courtney Cox had told, who played Monica, had told the Los Angeles Times that every day Courtney and Jennifer ate a um, type of a Cobb salad. And Jennifer really doesn't know where this bulgur salad came from. But she said instead what she did eat was a chicken and shredded lettuce and egg white and vinaigrette and bacon salad. And sometimes she would put some pecorino romano in it from the little deli down in the uh, Italian store around the corner. So how this turned out to be this big bulgur salad that she made, and she might put a few little garbanzo beans in. She really didn't know. She didn't want to break anyone's heart, but she wanted to set the record straight. She didn't create the salad. It's not her name salad, and she wanted to stop the telephone game and the craziness on the internet that was going on over this miraculous weight loss salad. So there you have it. Now, what got my curiosity right away and made me want to go research it is I come from a long background of tabbouleh salad and eating bulgur. And what I can tell you is there's a lot of fiber in it and protein. And so the measurements, the typical uh, ingredients and measurements didn't make sense. And people, everyone that vlogged about it would say, well, maybe she was meal prepping, or maybe she just had one serving, or maybe she was making this big salad for Lisa Kudrow, Courtney Cox, and Jennifer, because 1 cup of bulgur is 4 servings. And in one serving is 14 grams of fiber, 9 grams of protein, 37 grams of carbohydrate. No, I'm not counting. Yeah, I am counting, okay? I'm still counting. Let's break down what one serving is. So 1/6 of the recipe, which is calls for 1 cup, is 391 calories, 37 grams of carbohydrate, which we know breaks down to sugar, protein 14 grams, fat 21 grams, saturated fat 4 grams, polysaturated fat 2 grams, monosaturated fat 10 grams, cholesterol 11 grams, sodium 274 grams, not so bad. And then, let me see, 36 grams of fiber. If I gotta tell you, I eat Fiber One cereal every day. That right there, 1/4 of a cup is enough fiber. If you already eat broccoli or cauliflower or your vegetables, and definitely once you add the garbanzo beans to it. So it never made sense that a whole can of garbanzo beans was being used for this recipe. I mean, I ate a whole family with a whole can of garbanzo beans. So I held back. I had already known that Jennifer used shredded lettuce. So that's why I was kind of like, I'm sure she did other things to it. I'm sure she put other stuff in it. Um, I knew from eating tabbouleh salad, I knew from eating kibbe that bulgur is very fibrous. It's a good fiber. It can lower your cholesterol. It can satiate you, but it will make you bloaty. It will give you gas. So if you're not used to eating beans and bulgur wheat that's got a ton of fiber in it, you better get your Beano out or your X gas or whatever and drink a lot of water. That's why I don't believe she ever, and she didn't. She didn't eat this 1 cup for the whole. It made enough for five, like I would cut it down to 5 servings. So I had 1 serving, which is 1/4 of that bowl, and it was plenty with the cucumbers, the garbanzo beans, the parsley, the mint. If I had put pistachio nuts in it too, I would have been hurting. So really check your news. And just because it's on the internet and it's a super it food or a miraculous food doesn't mean it is. Um, the other thing that she said in the Shape article, and I'll link to it, is that over the pandemic time, she let her body get a little soft and it was okay. She had always gotten up in the morning and at least got 20 minutes of Pilates in. But she gave herself the permission to indulge in, moments of indulgence with food. Um, she's a super healthy woman. She's got a brand of protein bars out there that she created. I think she's got coconut protein bars, triple chocolate, is it, or fudge chocolate, and some kind of a coffee one. I'll link to it. Um, she created protein bars and collaborated with somebody to make this brand. Um, and she said, if she felt like having something to eat that um, was a little more, indulging, she had it. And even though she wanted to get up out of bed, there were many mornings she just couldn't even get up out of bed. And so instead of getting up out of bed and doing Pilates, she did meditating and went into self-reflection more and healthier things like that. So it's just like trading up what you can't do, doing a little something different. And I really respect that about her because she said it's all about balance. So, if you got all into just, I can't imagine anybody that would eat the same salad for 10 years in a row. I immediately thought that's gossip, crazy. I do know that women eat salads some on a daily basis, probably not the healthiest thing for losing weight, because it's just not. But um, eventually, you're gonna want food, not rabbit food. So 1 serving is plenty of fiber, plenty of protein, plenty of your bulk in your stomach. If your stomach, excuse me, I'm gonna be belching. Your stomach will be bloated. So if you don't have a lot of room in your stomach, don't be eating that whole thing. If you did eat the whole thing, thinking this is Jennifer Aniston salad, that she ate the whole thing, um, you're gonna need Gas X, Beano, water. Drink a lot of water. Um, I hope you didn't eat the whole thing. But this is the salad that's been touted out there for the last year, getting views. And I think a lot of people realized probably not true because as you're putting the salad together, you know how filling it really is. Um, so use common sense with these super it foods, miraculous things. And I wanted to come back and say, Jennifer Aniston did not eat that. Speaking of things that happen on the net, I'm going to come back and do some videos on DID groups out here, or they consider themselves groups. They're probably um, young women that have borderline and other issues going on and have found a way to kind of slide under the radar into a community and be chameleons. And they're not healthy and they're not educating on what DID is and isn't. They're not ending the stigma, they're adding to it. They're adding to the drama. And there seems to be, you can watch a pattern of them having all this crisis and drama and being victims and then needing everyone's help and support and money to battle the bad people and um, win. And just about the time they do, um, they're in another hot water mess. And that's what this particular gal has been doing. And she's been going by many different names and saying that she's merged, she's fusing, she's integrated. Um, and then always bringing in a really, the true victim, a person that believes in them in the community, to kind of come along their side and befriend them and defend them and usually start crushing on them big time and then become best buddies, doing everything together um, and then her throwing that person under the bus and going on life as usual. There are scammers everywhere. They show up in eating disorder communities, in domestic violence communities, in they're everywhere. Um, yeah, there was one gal that I swear she was autistic, then she was Asperger's, then she was OCD, then she was BPD, then she was OCD, then she was ADHD, then she was an abuse survivor, then she was DID, then she was male to female, then she was, it went on, chronic fatigue, then she was um, fibromyalgia, and then she was MS. Be careful out here. I shouldn't, I know it sounds like, why are you telling us to be careful? Really, this one particular gal in the DID community has always been who she always is. And um, she may have won her court case for now, but she's still going to need your money just in case. And just about the time you give her money again, she's going to come up with a whole lot of drama llama about what somebody else did to her. So just be careful with these people that come out of nowhere with um, potions and all the answers and everything completely put together and quick fixes. And they are everyone, and they are fake news. They are a part of the problem. Okay. So, so just wanted to correct that and show, I think, a really good example of something that went totally viral that I'm just so glad Jennifer spoke up and said, I never ate that and don't know where they came from. I never ate that. There's 50 million articles of me telling you how to make it and always alluding to the fact that Courtney Cox said it was a Cobb salad, but then it became tabbouleh with bulgur. Jennifer never said that. So, check your news. And there's tons of blogs that are posting it and getting clicks. On here, got them all over the place. Just eat everything in moderation and balance, and you'll be fine. Although this is a delicious salad, don't eat the whole darn thing. Don't think she ate that whole cup of bulgur and a whole can of garbanzo beans and feta cheese every day and actually lost weight. Was comfortable and fit in her clothes comfortable to do her scenes and everything. Oh, okay. So, yeah, a little watchful eye on and ears. Use all your senses and stay safe out there. Take care. Bye bye.